Yo, what's up, guys? What a win today for the Toronto Raptors, guys. Tying the series up at 2-2 with a fantastic win today, guys, winning 93-89, guys. What a great game this was by the Raptors defensively, guys, for most part, of course. I think we can all agree, guys, that the Raptors won this game with heart, intensity, great defense, some timely buckets as well. But this was a valiant effort today by the Toronto Raptors, guys, to come back and tie this series up at 2-2 after being down 2-0. After those two games in Cleveland, I think we can all agree that we were a little bit low in confidence with this team, thinking that they could come back home and win both these games in Toronto, guys. But the Raptors found a way to battle in both games, guys. You had great performances last game from Scotty and RJ, of course, and tonight again, you have Scotty Barnes, you have Brandon Ingram having a better game today compared to last game. Of course, you have Colin Murray-Boyles once again, man. This kid here is showing what a sensational player he is going to be in the NBA, guys, for years to come. And what a steal he was for the Toronto Raptors, guys, in this year's draft, of course, that just passed, obviously. But my God, this was a great effort tonight. Obviously, shooting-wise, wasn't great by the Raptors. Same with Cleveland as well. This game here wasn't a shooting, night for both teams, of course, guys. Both teams struggled offensively at times in this game, guys. But, man, oh, man, that first half was really low scoring, to say the least. I cannot believe how low of a score that was in the first half. One of the lowest scoring first halves I've seen in the NBA in quite some time, especially a bloody playoff game, to say the least. Like, my God, man, to see how low the score was in that first half, guys, but give the Raptors credit, the way they were shooting the ball in that first half was absolutely horrendous, to say the least, but the Raptors were able to stay in the game, play tight defensively. Cleveland did miss some shots as well, but my God, man, that first half was atrocious shooting-wise. The Raptors were shooting the ball 28% from the field, 15% from three. RJ made the first three for the Raptors in the half. It was like at the 8-minute mark of the second quarter, for God's sake. So Raptors were really struggling shooting the basketball. Brandon Ingram really struggled in that first half, guys, shooting 4 from 13 from the field. Guys, Scotty had shot it 4 for 10. Yak was 0 for 3. Jacoby was 0 for 6 from the field, guys. You had RJ was 0 for, you had RJ was 3 for 9, guys. You had CMB 4 for 8 from the field. So he was one of the only few efficient guys in the first half. Jamal Shed was 0 for 3. Mama was 0 for 1. So they were really struggling from the field, to say the least, guys. Cleveland as well. You had Harden, who had 10 points to lead scoring for the Cavs. He was 4 of 8 from the field. Mitchell was 2 of 11 from the field. You had Mobley, who was 1 of 7. Jarrett Allen was 0 for 2. Dean Wade was 2 for 3. My God, like, everybody was really struggling in that first half, to say the least. Brandon Ingram did catch a little bit of fire, though, at the end of the first half, at that buzzer beater 3, made that other three-pointer, made a shot as well. So B.I. started to catch a little bit more fire at the end of the first half. Scotty carried the Raptors a little bit in that first quarter, guys. Had some good baskets as well. Raptors, guys, I felt were really a little bit tight, a little bit nervous, I felt, in that first half. You could see it in the game, they were struggling a little bit to get into the game to start it off. But, the Raptors, I felt, did some better things in the second half, guys. But, in that first half, Raptors did a good job on the rebounds there, guys, having 41 rebounds compared to Cleveland's 36. Raptors had 8 turnovers compared to Cleveland's 8. So, obviously, you want to limit that, of course, in the second half. 11 fast break points compared to Cleveland's 6, guys. 10 points off turnovers. So, 10 points off the 11 turnovers that Cleveland had. That's obviously great to see. We did shore up things on the glass compared to last time. Cleveland was out rebounding the Raptors on the glass. So I felt the Raptors did a way better job in the first half, guys, compared to how they did last time in the first half. Last game we played Cleveland, guys. Cleveland was shooting 33% from the field, 21% from 3, guys. So it was a really struggling first half by both sides, guys. You knew going into the second half, these teams here were going to have to start playing a little bit better offensively, still get the stops defensively. You did see that Cleveland came out a little bit better in the first half, guys. They went on a little bit of a run. Raptors were able to battle back, of course. Cleveland went on a bit of an offensive lull. They missed like 13 of their last 15 shots in the third quarter. Raptors had some lulls as well defensively. Both teams in this game, I think we can all agree, guys, had lulls offensively. Both teams were really cold for long stretches in this game at points. Raptors had their stretch in the first half as well, a little bit in the third quarter, and then a little bit in the fourth as well. But Cleveland had the same issues, guys. But at the end of the day, these teams here both played well defensively, I felt, at times in this game today, especially the Raptors, man. In that fourth quarter, going on a 17-5 run near the end of the fourth quarter, man, the Raptors just really found a way to lock it down defensively, prevent Cleveland from making some shots. Even though Cleveland went on a 10-0 run in the fourth quarter, to take the lead, the Raptors went on a lull offensively there. It was looking scary, I felt, saying to myself, oh, man, if this team here showing that they've had lulls offensively doesn't find a way to get some easy baskets, drive the lane, get some easy buckets, draw some fouls, maybe get to the free throw line. That's exactly what Scottie Barnes started to do later on in the game. Of course, that's what Scottie needed to do more at the beginning of the series. He started doing it more in these last two games here in Toronto, of course, guys. And that's exactly what the Raptors needed, guys. You needed some timely baskets. You had that great offensive rebound by CMB to kick it out to Brandon Ingram to score the three. You had RJ Barrett to get that great layup, get down low in the post there, bully Merrill, guys, to make that layup there. Then you had Jamal Shad with that incredible defensive effort there to make Donovan Mitchell had that 8-second violation. Great job there by Shad, guys. Great intensity by the Raptors. They had shown the intensity more in these two games here, especially defensively, and especially in this game here. The Raptors just wanted it more in this game, guys. They proved it tonight with the stops defensively, making the key baskets that they had. Cleveland, they had some problems offensively, I felt, guys. They were a little bit flat at times, the Cavs. The pressure is on them now. They were obviously the favorites coming into this series. Last year being the first seed, losing to Indiana in the second round last year. The Cavs now going back home to Cleveland, blowing these two games in Toronto. There is going to be a lot of pressure on Cleveland going into Game 5, guys. But give the Raptors credit. Scottie did some great things, drawing fouls, getting to the line there at the end of the game. They're making his free throws, key free throws for Scottie, guys, there to seal the game for the Raptors, guys. Just fantastic work by the Raptors. Great job by Coach Darko, making the play calling easy, just telling Scottie, drive the lane, draw the foul, get to the line. That's exactly what we want to see, guys, in these games here. Tight intensity, great intensity, tight defensively, smart plays offensively, making your shots, even though sometimes we miss some open shots, some easy shots as well in this game. Very frustrating to say the least, but at the end of the day, there, guys, I think we could all agree this was a really great effort by the Raptors in these two games. Can be nothing but proud to see how this team showed the effort, the fight, to not back down, not to be intimidated, to come back from 2-0 down. You got to give this team some credit and kudos, man. The coaching staff, the players as well, to just continue and fight on, to show that hunger, to show that intensity. It's a great win for the Raptors, guys, to say the least. Behind Scottie, both with 23 points, guys. You had RJ with 18, CMB with 15, man. This kid here, is just showing what an elite talent he will be for the Raptors, guys, for years to come. Outscoring both Mobley and Jared Allen, guys, combined in today's game for CMB. Just showing what an effective player he can be for the Raptors, guys. He might even be the second best player in this series, for God's sakes. That's how vital he has been for the Raptors, guys. It's honestly breathtaking, to say the least. What a steal this kid has been. Honestly, I bet you a lot of teams are watching him saying, oh my God, we just missed out on a great young talent in the NBA, guys. Mamu didn't have the best game. Jamal Shad neither had a great game offensively, of course. Jamal was great defensively, guys. You got to give him credit where it's due there, of course. Getting that stop. They're getting some stops defensively. Jacoby as well, really bad game offensively. 0 of 9 from the field, guys. Did have 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Obviously, Jacoby does good things defensively, but I think we can all agree there, guys, that needs to be better for the Raptors if they want any chance of winning this series. I think we could all agree on that there, guys. Yak had 10 points. I thought Yak was pretty solid today. Had a couple and ones. Need him to get more rebounds. Having 6 rebounds isn't enough, I feel, but not a horrible game for Yak. RJ was solid today, 18 and 8, guys, on 8 of 22 shooting. So obviously, the shooting for everybody today was horrendous, to say the least. But at the end of the day, guys, let's just be happy that the Raptors battled, found a way to win. CMB with a double-double, RJ with 18, Scottie and BI with 23 apiece, Yak with 10. Those 5 guys were in the double figures tonight, guys. Those guys carried the way for the Raptors tonight. Really solid effort. And to hold Mitchell to 20 on 6 of 24 shooting, guys. Harden went 19 on 6 of 14 shooting. Like I said, Mobley and Allen holding them to 8 points for Mobley, 3 for Allen, guys. Wade only had 7. Merrill had 14. Tyson didn't have the best game, only having 9. So, great defensive effort by the Raptors tonight, guys. This is exactly what we need, man. Go back to Cleveland. Put the pressure on them. Find a way to go into Cleveland. Get a road win. The series never starts until a road team wins, guys. Here, if the Raptors can limit the turnovers like they did, guys, in the last few games, of course, having 12 tonight. If you can limit it to that, maybe less than 10 turnovers, guys, compared to what they did in game 2, guys, having 22. If the Raptors can limit that to half, take advantage of their possessions, they might have a possibility of winning Game 5 in Cleveland and then coming home for Game 6 to maybe possibly win a playoff series, something that I did not expect to happen when this series started, guys. But, look at the Raptors, guys, shooting-wise, 32% from the field in this game. Absolutely dreadful, to say the least. Cleveland shooting 37%. Raptors shooting 13% from the field. Cleveland shooting 25% from the field. My God. 75% from free throws. Cleveland was shooting 65%. So, it was an absolutely ugly offensive game for both sides tonight, guys. Raptors were able to out-rebound Cleveland, 75 rebounds compared to their 64, guys. Really good job there. 21 offensive rebounds for the Raptors, guys. 17 points off turnovers. They're 15 points off the fast break, guys. 50 points in the paint compared to Cleveland's 38. Great job by the Raptors to get in the glass, draw fouls, get to the line there, get some easy buckets. Fantastic job by the Raptors, guys. 8 blocks, 11 steals. 19 assists. Just a great job by the Raptors as a whole now, guys. You got to go back to Cleveland now. Find a way to win Game 5, man. If you can have this type of effort and intensity, of course, while having a better offensive night, maybe this team here, guys, can go into Cleveland and find a way to win on the road. Mitchell and Harden struggled in both games here in Toronto, guys. Maybe they were too late outside, too late clubbing, going out partying in Toronto. Who knows? But those two there did not look like themselves compared to what they look like in Cleveland. We'll have to see if the Raptors can find a way to do what they did here on the road in Cleveland. Give Coach Darko some credit. Made some changes to the defensive schemes. Obviously, putting in Jacoby in the starting 5 was obviously a smart move as well. They have done some great adjustments to coaching staff, guys. The Raptors have made the adjustments, got some stops here, tightened up defensively. Obviously, offensively, we want to see this team do better, make their baskets, move the ball better, not turn over the ball like they did in Cleveland. If they can find and figure out that formula for Game 5, guys, the Raptors will have a really good shot of winning Game 5, guys. But this was such a low-scoring game, one of the lowest-scoring games I've seen in quite some time. 93-89 final, just an incredible low-scoring game. A 17-14 in the first quarter, 24-19 in the second. Incredible to see, man, how low-scoring this game was, to say the least, guys. But Raptors find a way, guys, to crawl this series back at 2-2 apiece. Fantastic wins for the Raptors here in Toronto, guys. Game 5 is going to be very interesting, to say the least, guys. We'll love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on this game, guys. There's some incredible efforts tonight by CMB and Scotty, man. Scotty's got to lead this team going forward, guys, scoring-wise, doing everything like he has defensively. Of course, CMB's got to continue doing what he does, and hopefully Brandon Ingram gets out of this slump like he did a little bit at the end of the first half, as well in the second half, guys. Hopefully he can have a full 48-minute solid game. Same with RJ like he did in Game 3, guys. Hopefully Jacoby can shoot the ball better. Same with Jamal Shead like he did in Game 1. A lot of things need to fall the Raptors' way, guys. Same with Momo as well. Had a little bit of a struggle tonight as well offensively. Need to have the Raptors have a better game offensively. Continue what you're doing on defense, and we'll see what happens in Game 5, guys. But thanks for watching as always, guys. We'll love your thoughts and opinions. So click like this video. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Go Raptors. Go as always, guys. We'll see you guys on the next episode of Raptors Unfiltered. Ciao, guys.